What's up, YouTube? So today on First Take, they're talking about Anthony Davis and how he's going to be leaving the Pelicans, most likely, not resigning with them. And there's a lot of speculation of him wanting to go to the Los Angeles Lakers to play with LeBron and possibly go to Boston. So that I think that would definitely help the Lakers if he goes to play with LeBron. Because just imagine this scenario: if the Lakers could pick up Anthony Davis, and if KD leaves Golden State and comes over to the Lakers, and if Klay leaves with him, and possibly Kyrie comes over to the Lakers, because I've been hearing the past couple of days that Kyrie wants to reunite with LeBron, that will be a super team that could possibly compete with the Golden State Warriors. Most likely beat them, because if Golden State loses Klay and Kevin Durant, that's going to be a problem. So let's see what they have to say on First Take.
First Take poll question went up today, and the question was simple. Will Anthony Davis be a Laker by the NBA trade deadline? And 56% of those responded said yes, they believe that he will be a Laker in the next 10 days. Again, February 7th is the trade deadline. Max,
Yep.
Did those 56% get it right?
They did. This is the wisdom of crowds, predicting something that's unlikely, it seems, on the surface to happen. But let me quickly explain. Anthony Davis, by hiring Rich Paul and by putting this out there now, is letting the entire league know, I want to play for the Lakers and only the Lakers. What does that mean? If you trade for him, he is only eligible for the Supermax contract from your team. And if you know he doesn't want to stay there long term, you just cost him. He's looking at you like, you just cost me over $50 million. One less year and fewer dollars per year. This team just cost me $50 million. And not only that, my endorsements won't be the same in any market that I'd want to play in as they would be for the Lakers. In addition to that, he would get to inherit the Lakers as his team while getting the Supermax. So that means...
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal to be able to play with the Lakers, get the max deal, and that's just bragging rights for life. That you're a Laker? Oh, God. It's part of the reason why LeBron came over.
His trade value is now much lower because he's strictly a one-year rental in the view of other teams. The question then becomes, is Lonzo and Ingram and Kuzma, plus expiring contracts, enough trade value, even in 3 or 4-way deals, to land Anthony Davis under those circumstances? I think the answer is yes, barely, but yes.
Stephen A., let me take it all.
If I was Magic Johnson, I would clear out the whole locker room, get rid of everybody. Get rid of Kuzma, get rid of Ingram, get rid of Ball, get rid of everybody to pick up Anthony Davis. To have him play with LeBron. And like I said, if KD happens to come over with Klay, and I know Kyrie is probably long shit, but if they get Kyrie, oh man, like I said, that's a super team right there. If you need be, clear out the whole staff, clear out the whole locker room of all the players, get rid of everybody and pick up those guys.
Way back. Let's finish the show today where we began it. Is there any place else? Brian Windhorst came on Get Up right before I came in here and said that Anthony Davis might consider New York, might consider the Knicks. Do you believe there is anywhere else that he and Rich Paul are looking at besides the Lakers?
Me personally, they're not looking at any place other than L.A. and Boston. I think you should throw the Clippers into the mix, Brooklyn into the mix. I don't think those options should be ignored, but it remains to be seen. But I'm going to tell you a problem that Rich Paul also may have. I got texts from a couple of agents that are already complaining, talking about how the commissioner should fine, a guy like Rich Paul in Clutch Sports, because you're talking about bullying small market teams and the letting go of talent in favor of big market teams. Now, I think it's a bit exaggerated. I don't think Rich Paul is doing anything wrong whatsoever. He's perfectly within his right. If his clients wants to go someplace to try and get them there, that's the business that they're in. The flip side to it, let's remember when LeBron decided on his own as a free agent to leave Cleveland, to go to Miami, how Dan Gilbert reacted. Let's remember how the Chris Paul trade to the Los Angeles Lakers was nullified because you had the Dan Gilberts of the world and others complaining about how small market teams have been compromised. All I'm saying is you're going to see this kind of noise percolating in the hours, the days, and the weeks to come. And that's the kind of stuff that may be a residual impact.
But of course, the reality, Max, is that that's nonsense, because the best thing that these guys can be doing for these teams is letting them know ahead of time so they can maximize the value of him as an asset, which.
But at the same time, are teams letting guys know when they're going to get rid of him? Say Anthony Davis gets hurt. Say something happens to him, and it's taking him 1 year to heal up, and then it happens to take another season and a half. They're going to think about getting rid of him. And do you think they're going to warn him and let him know, hey, you know what? We might want to betrayed you, or maybe we're going to get rid of you. No. This is a cutthroat business. If you're not producing, they'll get rid of you. They will have no problem getting rid of you and get the next man up there. So I don't want to hear anything about, it's let people know, let the team know you're going to want to do this or that. No. This is business.
It's what Paul George tried to do, and others. What's the alternative, Max, for him just to walk away from New Orleans to the end of his deal and they get nothing?
What the agents know is that they want their cake and eat it too, right? Like really what they want is the Supermax contract from the team they'd like to play for. The league has structured this in a way where if you want the Supermax, then you can't just leave in free agency and sign with the other team. And what players are saying now is, no, we want both. And the agents of players and small market teams, et cetera, are saying, wait a minute, that's not fair. You're trying to get around the system, which of course they are.
Let's give the final word to the super fan of the Lakers. That's Damian Woody. Go ahead and laugh and celebrate. You're about to get AD, aren't you?
It's going down. You don't know how, as a Lakers fan, this has been a struggle for the last 5 years. We've been almost a laughing stock of the National Basketball Association, and to finally have an opportunity to pair two superstars together. What a moment. What a moment. Magic. I need you to get this together, man. I need you to pull this off. We can't be BSing around anymore. I need AD and
if anything, if anybody can pull off this deal with the Pelicans, it would be Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is the ultimate businessman who has a lot of pull, not only in LA, but all over. If anybody can do it, he can do it. He got LeBron. Now, if you got LeBron, you can get anybody. Magic Johnson can wheel and deal and put in motion to get this man, to get him whatever he needs or whatever he wants, show off LA, show off the type of lifestyle, show off what it means to be a Laker, show off what Showtime is.
Los Angeles, I need that.
Can I point to a group of people who have no sympathy whatsoever for the Laker fans? That is the Knicks fans, who are not looking back at the last 5 years and saying, boy, we've really struggled since we won all of those championships with half of the great players that ever put on a basketball uniform.
I will tell you where it can get real, where it can really happen. As much of a challenge as it's going to be for Magic. If Anthony Davis, displayed some level of aberration with his behavior where he just comes out and says, look, not only do I want out, I want to be a Los Angeles Laker, and I want to be gone now. If he is willing to be that outspoken...
Didn't he do it already? Isn't that what this is?
You could say that this is, but in the end, with the season pretty much over for the New Orleans Pelicans, him being a bit demure to some degree and just going out there being a professional and playing, that's fine. That gives them reasons to procrastinate. If you make things uncomfortable for them, who knows what...